Hello stock traders, I hope all of you finished off the week strong and had a good Friday. It looks like there's some good news and it seems like the market is starting to do a little bit better. Of course, this is going to be a tough time with election time coming, but certain strategies do well in this certain time. So there is always a play you can take advantage of. In this video, we're going to do a review of Friday's results and some different ones that were on the list and how they did. We're also going to compare two strategies because today is the day of our weekly review, and we are going to do a top 7 for Monday. So all I ask is that you hit the most amazing and wonderful like button. I very much appreciate it. It helps out the YouTube algorithm to pick up our video and suggest it to others. Okay, so on Friday, I had a 1.12% gain. And if you were following the top 7 from Thursday's list, then you would have had a 1.20% gain. So month to date, if you were following the top 7, that would put at a 4.95% gain. In comparison to Dow Jones Industrial, that's pretty good considering that the Dow Jones Industrial is only at a 1.99% gain. Year to date, I'm at a 596% gain, so I continue to march on and have had a lot of success this year, definitely looking to continue that. So my 5:30 a.m. day trade picks, so these are covered in our standard level of our Patreon group. Start these at 5:30 a.m. Central, so it's very early in the morning, but we've had some good gains as a group. There's been a lot of people that have had success in that group, and there's lots of great investors in that group, and I show my entry points and exit points on that. So on Friday, I day traded SCKT, MDGS, and ZDGE. I was able to trade those for about a 3.6% gain. I had a rough one in SCKT where I lost money. Anyway, it turned to a small gain on Friday, but I'll take it considering that I had kind of a rough time and I did not trade socket very well. So that was a 50% win rate. You have your good days and your bad days, definitely. I like to use Webull for my intraday trading, just kind of a quick plug. And what I like about it is you can trade as early as 3:30 a.m. and as late as 7 p.m. Central Time. Also, they have fantastic scanners to choose from, and they do a good job of filling orders in pre-market, aftermarket. Also, you can short stocks in pre-market, which you can't do with a lot of different brokers. So I highly recommend you check them out in the description down below if you're looking for a broker. Right now, you are getting 3 free stocks when you sign up. You get 1 free stock when you sign up and 2 others when you deposit money. So it's a good thing to check out. All right, so I have some sales to report from the top 7 and others. And on Friday, I sold SELB for a 19.4% gain. That was an insider swing play. I sold PDD for a 2.3% gain, sold TSM for a 0.38% loss, sold NXPI for a 1.1% loss, and sold ICE for a 5.05% loss. Those follow the money picks have definitely not been doing well this week, but been a tough week definitely for the Dow Jones, and it's also been a tough week overall in the market, just has not seen good gains. So now let's compare insider picks to picks that come from ARK investment. So the insiders, so the insider swing plays, these are stocks where a CEO, a CFO, a director, or someone has bought in shares, and then we are following those shares. And if you want the best entry point on those and exit point on those, I highly recommend our Patreon group because that is where you're going to see those. I lay out, this is something we should pay attention to, and then give suggestions of where I like to buy in. And if you follow, you should have similar results to what I've had. So insiders, first one was SELB, sold for a 14.7% gain this week. SITK sold for a 2.8% gain. CCL sold for a 4.7% gain. CALM sold for a 1.1% loss. And SELB again sold for a 19.4% gain. So definitely had a lot of success there. The insiders were 4 out of 5, so an 80% win rate and an 8.1% average gain. So very, very good. The only problem with the insiders this week is that there weren't very many of them that were significant. There's definitely a lot on the list each and every day, but only some of those are significant. I have a lot of experience at looking at those because I've been looking at this report for over 10 years. So I tend to know which ones kind of fit what we're looking for if you're looking for good gains. All right, now let's get to the ARK plays. So ARK investments are the follow the money picks, and I like those. Kathy Wood and her team are very smart about picking good stocks, and typically it takes that fund days on days to fill and get to the position that they want. So if you get in right when they say so, right when they start, then a lot of times you can see continuation of that. And so those have been very good stocks in the past, but this week did not perform as well. So these are the ARK plays, follow the money picks. And the first one is Work, sold for a 4.2% gain. ACCD sold for a 3.6% loss. PSTG sold for a 4.7% gain. GWRE sold for a 1.6% loss. RAVN sold for an 8.6% loss. PLTR sold for a 5.05% loss. PDD sold for a 2.3% gain. TSM sold for a 0.28% loss. NXPI sold for a 1.1% loss. And ICE sold for a 5.05% loss. So that is 3 out of 10. Not very good. Now, the market did struggle this week, but that was not very good. That was a 30% win rate. The average gain or loss was a 1.42% loss, which was hard to believe that we had that type of result, but that's what we had. So the focus next week, after experiencing this and seeing how well the insiders did over the follow the money picks, I'm going to be focusing my money definitely on the insiders. They tend to do better when the market is poor. There will definitely be some opportunities in the follow the money picks, but just being how badly they performed this last week, I'm going to be taking a look at that strategy to make sure that I'm still in alignment. I believe it's because of the market, but I'm going to double check and make sure. So let's get to the top 7 list. We got lots of great stocks and 7 great stocks. These would be great for Monday. So if you're looking for some great stocks to get into, here are some ones I think are going to do very, very well. Number 7 is API, and on Friday it finished up 2.41%. My average in is $44 a share. And Agora recently introduced new developer tools, and so it was pretty good. Analysts have an average target on this stock at $53 a share, and ARK is loading up on it. So I think definitely if we see some more ARK buys, that this one will gain some excitement and really move up this next week. The next one at ARK Funds has really been loading this one up lately. This is number 6, DOYU. And that on Friday finished up 2.52%. My average in it is $15.74. And ARK Funds is loading day after day after day. Now, they had a recent downgrade, but it's obvious that ARK Funds doesn't believe in that because they were buying shares after the downgrade happened. Analysts have an average target on this stock at $17 a share. And the way that they are loading up, I think that this one will do well next week. I think it's fallen too far. Number 5 is Cassavia Sciences, and on Friday this finished up 5.55%. And this has had recent insider activity. This one's been on the list quite a bit, and this has been one of my favorites because I made so much money on it in December of 2019. Made a nice, cool 500% gain on it. So this one has a special place in my heart, and it's very rare to make 500% gain on a stock, but that is what we did in December of 2019 all the way through the middle of January 2020. And Cantor Fitzgerald just started an analyst position on this stock at $24 a share. And so that is extremely bullish. This stock is trading right now right around $10 a share. Cantor Fitzgerald is very good at picking stocks and picking price targets. If they say it's worth $24 a share, most likely it's going to happen. They have had a very good track record. So I like Cassavia Sciences for that reason. All right, number 4 is NTRP, and this is an insider swing play. On Friday, it finished down 0.89%. My average in it's $1.14. And this is Neurotrope. And Jonathan Selector, he bought shares 3 out of the last 5 business days. So that's pretty bullish when an insider goes in over and over and over again. It's something that I kind of look for. Analysts have a target on this of $1.10, but I think that that is wrong. This is for an Alzheimer's drug, and they have a phase 2 data releasing soon and insider activity. So it tends for me to think that that phase 2 data is positive data, and so that's the reason for the load up. And this stock is definitely way too cheap, especially with the insider activity happening. I think it's going to be about a $2 a share stock eventually. Number 3 is FAST. This is Fastenal, and on Friday it finished up 2.06%. My average in it is $44.47. And Michael Anschus, director, bought shares at $44.30. And this is the second director to buy in an open market in the last few days. And so that's what makes me think that this stock is going to do well and that it's got some room to run. Analysts have a target on this of $47.44. All right, number 2. Number 2 is Taco. TACO, this is Del Taco, and this is brand new to list on Friday. This finished up 6.98%. Called it out right away when the insider activity happened, so most of the people in our group, in our Patreon group, are sitting right around 5% up in it. If you want in like that, if you want to have a notification like that, I highly recommend you check it out. I mean, for the small cost that our basic membership is, you get those notifications in our basic membership. You could have made a nice 5% on this on Friday if you were just part of the group. So I highly recommend you check it out. If you could afford it, I think you should try it. I think you'd be glad that you did. Del Taco director Ari Levy bought shares on 3 consecutive days. So 3 consecutive days loaded up. And also the other reason why I like this stock is the average analyst target on this stock is $11.75 a share. And so we have insider activity at $11.75. They had great earnings. There's lots going for Del Taco and their delivery services and how it's working. I think that this stock will easily see higher prices soon. So that's a great one to get into. And number 1, and this is brand new to the list, is TCON, TCON. And on Friday, this finished up 9.29%. Put out an alert right away when this happened. A lot of people in our group are up over 5%. And this one also, my average on it is $4.73. And this is TCON Pharma. And the president and CEO, Charles Theuer, bought shares at 4:38 Friday morning. And also this drug just recently, there's news behind it on the same day that the insider activity was reported. And they just received orphan drug designation on October 22nd. So those two things kind of paired together with the insider activity makes it very bullish to me. And an aftermarket on Friday, TCON received more insider activity. So there's another insider buy on this one. So I think that it's really going to do terrific. And in the past, this stock has really reacted to insider activity. Last time we were talking about this thing ran 80% and it was a great runner. So I think that there's still a ton of room to run. Yes, it's up 9%, but last time when it had this type, it's been beaten down ever since. It was not this cheap before. And so I think it can easily get to $10 a share. Analysts have an average target of $5.33, but I expect new analyst targets to be coming out on soon. I do a lot of work for this list, so of course, if you could do me a favor, and if you haven't done so already, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, please share this video with your friends. The whole reason I started this was to help you as an investor with a new strategy. Following insiders has been very rewarding for me, and so that has definitely been my focus. And I wish you all the very best this next week. Let's have a great week in trading, and Raythoven out.